everyone, this is Rob Roy and welcome to the Elliott Wave Options S&P 500 US market update. By request, the hat's back, but more importantly, talking about the market. The futures at this point in time are pointing to a higher open on Monday, which would move them right into the middle of the consolidation range that's been forming over the past couple of weeks, indicating a directional breakout is likely in the near future. Let's take a look. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the market updates before the next trading session opens. As mentioned in the intro, if the futures hold and the market opens to the upside, it's going to open right in the middle of a triangle that's forming. You can see it here just by connecting the highs and the lows. You can see that there's a symmetrical triangle formation, and again we would open somewhere right into the point, indicating that we're going to get a pretty decent sized breakout out of the S&P, somewhere around 300 to 400 SPX points, or about 30 points plus on the SPY is where things are looking now. If we go back and remind ourselves of where we were with this zigzag pattern with the C wave there, remember that a move up to this 100% level was expected by the rules to continue to move to the downside, which is exactly what happened. We bounced right to the upside there, but that doesn't mean that we can't go up here and still have the same zigzag formation. So that's just where you're supposed to go, to at least that one. But if we take a look at another chart of the SPY and just do a straight fib retracement on the entire move, we could move as high as this level, bouncing all the way up to the 61.8% level. Now, another thing that's interesting to take a look at is look where we are. If we were to go up to that 61.8% fib level on the bounce, which is my favorite fib level, looking at this chart, on the extension levels, we had 293 at the 38.2% fib extension level. All that means is that there's two different Fibonacci numbers at the same price level, which means that that could happen. Also, if we break to that's the one scenario on an upside breakout, if we have the downside breakout, then you already know what's going to happen. We break to the downside, and that means that this move down to the 261.8% extension is underway. So we've been waiting on the market to give us its level. We talked about how we've been kind of in between two very strong fib levels, and sometimes you just have to be patient, let the market give you a signal of what it's about to do, and that's what's happened. We've consolidated into a triangle. That's what's been going on. So that move will likely happen in the near future. Very similar to, I wanted to update what we talked about in the last recording with oil. Many of you have mentioned this already, is we had this descending triangle here, another triangle, forecasting a breakout. It's exactly what happened. Oil broke out. Looking at the futures, we had a $9 break in oil, and that was on the heels of an expected meeting between Russia and the Saudis on Monday. That was supposed to happen. Now there's a little bit of squabbling going on between the Saudis and the Russians, and the meeting is scheduled currently for Thursday. But most people think it's not going to happen at all, that it's going to fall apart, that whatever they got going on is going to preclude the meeting from occurring at all, and that may be the end of the bounce. If that curves that there's no meeting whatsoever, then price of oil will likely fall back down. We've already had one U.S. shale producer, oil producer, file for bankruptcy, and many people think that that's the ulterior motive behind all this, is now with the big drop in the price of oil, they're not going to rest until they get more U.S. Oil companies out of business, if not all of them. One other thing that I wanted to share with you is this is in the portfolio of our subscribers, in one of our portfolios, the volatility one, and you can see that this is a symmetrical triangle as well. So there's a lot of stocks. You would guess that. Makes sense, right? That there's a lot of stocks that are consolidating, along with the fact that the market itself has been consolidating. So it should be a very interesting week and give us a pretty clear indication of where the next significant move is. Not just a short-term move, but a significant move is out of the market. Hope you've had a great weekend. Be back to talk to you again soon. Take care, everybody. If you like these recordings, I'd like to invite you to join our new Trade Finder Live, where each and every week we do a live webinar where we talk about the market, but we also go a little more in depth into the technical analysis system that we utilize to forecast where the market's likely going to go, and also to identify trading opportunities. Get your free subscription today. Take care, everybody.